Grayskull, and welcome back to the Nerd Cave. How you doing? Hope you're all keeping well in this weird and wonderful time that we're living in. Yeah, things are a bit weird out there, but it's a lovely day, I guess. So be thankful for small mercies, even though we can't go to the beach because, you know, lockdown and all that. Keep safe, everybody. Let's all keep safe and look after each other out there. But in the meantime, let's look at a toy, because that's kind of what I'm here to do, and provide a little distraction for those of you who want to watch a 43-year-old man play with toys. There you go. Bit of a different one this time around, because it's a toy that's a remake of a toy that never really existed. It's Super 7's version of the Mattel Powers of Grayskull line, Hero. Or the most powerful wizard in the universe. So Hero was supposed to be what came after He-Man. So Filmation sort of put a treatment out there, and Mattel put a few toys out there, some of which actually came out. So you did have, I think Bionatops came out, Turbodactyl came out as well. And the Tyrannosaurus, I think it is. But yeah, other than that, none of these toys were actually produced or made or put on shelves. So Hero lives in the time of before Eternia, so on a planet called Preternia. See what they did there. So he lives there with his friend Eldor, who is his like confidant, his man-at-arms side character, his mentor, and he helps King Grayskull against the evil Snake Men and King Hiss with the mighty staff. Is it a staff? Yeah, staff. It's the Staff of He, which will become the Power Sword eventually. Look, if I'm getting this wrong, I do apologise. This is as far as I understand it. But yeah, Hero was the most powerful wizard in the universe who fought against the Snake Men in Preternia. And I'm kind of sort of slightly obsessed with it, because it's a weird concept. But I kind of dig it, and I love that. But more of that later. Yeah, this is a toy I'm not so sure of, but I saw it, it was a good price, and I thought, come on now, let's get it. So without any further ado, let's take a look at this thing now. And here we are with Hero in his packaging. Like I say, there's something about this packaging. It may be that I have to get two versions of this, because this guy, obviously he's coming out of the packaging, because he's shiny and I want to see him. But the packaging's so nice and he looks so good at it, I may have to get another one to just put on the wall, which is not something I tend to do, but I may have to do it in this instance, because look at him. So obviously you got Hero in the packet there. You got the Staff of He, which is magical staff. Now apparently the staff magically opens. I'm gonna have to check that. You got the Great Powers of Grayskull. Great Powers of Grayskull legend there, which is really, I love the green and the red. It goes together so well. It's so mid to late 80s as well. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's have a look at the back though, because this is where some weird stuff happens. So you've got your usual artwork there with, I think it's Negator, is that giant, Negator, and Hero battling Negator, the evil giant. It says here, profile, the most powerful wizard in the universe. Weapon, the power of natural magic and its origin. Ancestor to He-Man, young Grey transforms into Hero of Grayskull. And that's what would have happened in the show had it been made. So it says here, travel back in time through a secret time portal, not a time turtle, and discover the origin of the powers of Grayskull. Learn how He-Man became so strong, and explore the magical world of Preternia, home of Hero, the most powerful wizard in the universe. It gives an explanation of the Staff of Transformation. So the Staff of Transformation channels the energy drawn by Eldor's Book of Living Spells through a magic ray directed to specific parts of the environment. Hero uses his marvellous staff to cause the likes of inanimate rocks, rivers and trees to respond to his command and help defend the world of Preternia. I wouldn't call any of those things inanimate, but okay, I think he means non-sentient, but there you go. And then it gives you an explanation of how the staff works. I will check that out in a minute and get back to you. And then it gives some of the things you could get in 87. So it even says here, coming your way in 1987. Awesome. So you got the Bionatops, which you could get, the Turbodactyl, which you could get as far as I'm aware, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which you could get, and then Eldor, which you could not get, but you can get now. I don't know about the other three. I don't think you can get them. I don't think they've ever brought them out. But that's a heroic guardian in the Book of Living Spells. I kind of do want to get Eldor as well. So we'll see about that one. But there we go. All that remains now is to open him up and have a look inside. See you in a bit. So before we get to Hero himself, you also do actually get a bit of a mini comic thing packaged in with this. Unlike the Filmation ones, you do actually get a little bit of a history of Hero and where the character came from and what Mattel wanted to happen with him. So I kind of misspoke earlier because I said it was something to do with Filmation as well, but that's not strictly true. I think Filmation wanted it to go in a different direction completely after that and do after He-Man, whereas Mattel kind of wanted to do before He-Man. I'm sure Filmation would have stepped in line, but basically Mattel wanted it to be Hero versus the Snake Men and explore the origins of King Grayskull and all where that went from. So you had the Powers of Grayskull, The Legend Begins, the mini comic, and that basically had this shadowy character in there, and obviously that was supposed to be Hero, that shadowy character right there. But it was never explored. But you did get prototypes of Hero, which is there, and then obviously they did do Grayskull, King Grayskull there, and then what he looked like there as well, and obviously all the bad guys and Eldor and all kinds of good stuff. So if you do get this figure, you do get this little art book to go through, and I am a bit of a sucker for an art book, so look at them. Oh yes. And then that, oh, I wish this had happened. But especially that, look at that. I'm going to bring that closer. The gore! The gore as one of the Snake Men gets sliced in twain. Oh, love it. And the giants, and oh, so good. And then He-Man and the Sorceress watching on. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Love it. But what does Hero look like? Well, Hero looks like this in all his lovely, shiny, vac metal glory. From what I've seen and what I've heard, they didn't really want to do the vac metal to begin with. They were just going to go with like a dull grey, sorry, dull golden paint. And everyone went, oh no! So they went, oh okay, then we'll do the vac metal like the prototype. And I'm kind of glad that they did, because he does look really good. Great face. Really looks like he looks like a wizard, let's put it that way. Sort of mid-80s version of a wizard, and he's very shiny. He's got the Hero symbol there, like the He-Man symbol would be later on. He's got gauntlets, because of course he does. He's got the punching action, which they all have. Nice cape, lovely boots, very, very fabulous. Originally he's supposed to have an action gimmick, so he's supposed to have a button back here. They've omitted it. It doesn't happen. I'm guessing it's so they can have it at a decent price point. But what was supposed to happen, he's got a staff. This staff. Let me put him back here. So he's got this staff, which is the staff you saw in the prototype. And he's got a nice green crystal here. Now what was supposed to happen, that green crystal is supposed to go in there, lock in, and have all that basically like that. Then you're supposed to take this, pop it in his right hand, like so. And that's all supposed to stay together. So, oh, let me pop it back in his right. It doesn't stay there very well if you're manipulating it, sadly. But yeah, the idea was all that's supposed to be closed. You pop the button on his back, his arm springs up, and all that is revealed. As it is, it's revealed all the time. Which, you know, I guess it's not. It's a shame they couldn't do it. But I understand why not, because the price point would have been more. And it's already a toy that's a bit niche anyway. It's a toy that not a lot of people are going to say, I must have that. It's not He-Man, so they don't care. It's only sad old lunatics like me that actually care about this sort of stuff. And I really care about this character way more than I should. I feel cheated that I didn't see him and that they decided to reboot and do the New Adventures. Not that the New Adventures was bad. It wasn't. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I would have kind of preferred to see this, but never mind. We didn't get him, but we have him now.
And he just looks really fantastic with his wand, and he's going to look really good fighting next to He-Man on a shelf. It looks really nice, and I'm really happy to have him. So yeah, if you are a big Masters fan and you do sort of yearn for those days of the vintage toy line, take a punt on this guy, because he really is evocative of the old toy line. It's probably as close as we're going to get to toys of the old vintage toy line brought out now. So yeah, give him a chance. He is Sans action feature, but it doesn't matter. He still looks bloody great. There we go. Please do take care of yourselves and each other, and, you know, stay safe out there. Don't drink bleach, and I'll be back very, very soon with another review of something. Probably something Masters, maybe an annual, maybe a Transformer even. But we shall be back to entertain and amaze. Until next time, bye-bye for now.